from, big homie? Where you back? Where you back? Where you from, little mama? Where you back? Where you back? Yeah, we certified. Go check the list.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Stay to the Point Radio on WFBS 98.1. I am your host, Siah, and we are now here with the man of the hour, man of the week, man of the year, my man Cognac&Roses. Cognac&Roses, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's good, man?
Chilling, man. We over here just kicking it. You know, I'm so excited, man. Your EP is finally out, man. This is something that I've been bugging this man for a minute. I actually been trying to like somehow, some way get away with his phone, maybe kind of record what he had. You know what I'm saying? So I could be the only one to have his EP out, because everybody's been looking out for this joint, man. Very highly, I can't even say the word because I can't anticipated EP. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Self-titled Cognac&Roses. So we had the listening party last Friday.
Yes, sir.
Man, it was a fantastic gathering, bro. What, it was like 25 to 30 people.
Yeah, probably about 30, 35 people from the list that we had with everybody's emails. Yeah.
Nice. I'm talking about really a dope studio. Studio 18. Shout out to Studio 18, man. That was they gave a great housewarming. I mean, they had a beautiful studio, man. But It was crowded as a mug in that studio room, bro. But everybody was in there, man. Sweating, rocking their heads to it, man. It was good to see, man. So what's good, man? How you feel? How you feel?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Today, you know, the album came out. The response that we've been getting so far is amazing. I just feel blessed, man. I'm very humble from the responses that we've been getting. Everybody's been vibing with it. I mean, the biggest thing that we keep hearing is that it's so cohesive between the tracks. Everything just blends well, and that was the whole point. I wanted to tell a great story. I didn't want something to sound. I didn't want to get skipped. I didn't want to have that one record where you got to skip. I'm big into that. Like, me personally, as a music enthusiast and as a fan of music, I hate when I have to skip a track in an album and I got to rearrange stuff to make the album better. So I try to do that from as a fan standpoint and also as a curator also. So I'm just glad that everybody's rocking with it, man. Everybody's vibing with it.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I bought myself a copy early. So hi to all the people that just hearing it, man. I've been hearing it for a week now. Man, that Rendezvous though, my brother, bruh, that joint is. I'm a fan of all the tracks, to be straight up, and that's not just saying that because this is my brother from another mother, but I'm saying that because if anything, I will critique your stuff even stronger because of that. You know,
most definitely,
especially due to the fact that I was an artist at one point, and that's what I wanted in my team, in my squad. I wanted criticism. I didn't want no yes man at all. Like, I wanted something where people would tell me straight up, like, yo, I like this part, but I hate this part, or I just don't like it at all. You need to trash it. You need to throw it away and never do it again. I respect that more than I respect, like, yo, that's hot, and nothing. There's always a consistency.
Yeah, you can never grow without somebody truly giving you some 100% honest feedback. So if people are around you and you're not getting feedback the way you should have it, and those are the wrong people you need to have around you when you're making something.
Exactly. So let me ask you, bro. You came from Charlie Rose to Cognac&Roses. Why the change, and what's the meaning behind Cognac&Roses?
All right, so I'll let you know the meaning behind Charlie Rose. So my dad's middle name, his name was Charles, but I didn't like, originally they were supposed to name me Charles too when I was born, but I guess my mom didn't like that name, and I took Charlie Rose as like a tribute, and it was for my father. Unfortunately, he committed suicide, so I felt like me being on the stage or me being anywhere, if people were calling me Charlie, then that's paying, some type of respect to my father. And
Right.
and it's like he could hear it if I had a crowd saying Charlie or something like that. It's
That's fire.
it's like, yeah, it's like just still paying respect for his life and everything he went through or whatever. So we ended up changing the name because it was also a marketing standpoint. Whenever you search Charlie Rose before, you would get the interviewer, and he'll pop up on YouTube, and then you had to like specifically put my name into it. You'll see Charlie Rose the show from I think it was like one of those channels. They had a show and stuff like that, and it wasn't a good look for me. So we changed the name to Cognac&Roses. Now a lot of people will always see me with Henny anyway. Some people would call me Yak because I always have like a bottle of Henny. It was just something you would see me with. And then Cognac&Roses, originally it came from Edgar Allan Poe. They have, it's in Baltimore, I believe. It's the Poe Toaster. They leave a bottle of cognac and roses at his grave. Now they've been doing that since 1930. It's been over 60 plus years that they've been doing it, and nobody ever knew who did it. Now, some people say a certain person did it, but they never really been able to,
Pinpoint.
track down or pinpoint who the person was. So
Right.
Edgar Allan Poe is one of my favorite poets. I always love the way he told his stories. I'm a storyteller at heart. Like, eventually I want to write a book. So that's he's somebody I looked up to as far as being a storyteller.
Dope.
Now, when you look at Cognac&Roses, it's also showing you the pain, it's showing you the love, and it's showing you, it's telling you a story. Because, like when your homie passes away, or somebody passes away in your life, you pour Henny or you pour liquor for them. Most of the time I had liquor. So when Henny, whenever I poured out for my homies, or when I'm chilling with my niggas, we had Henny. So that's the cognac part. Also the same thing with roses. So roses, it also shows you, at a time of death, you bring roses. At a time of being in love with somebody, you bring roses. It's like one of the it's both of them are well known. It's something that you can see, whenever you think about it. So Cognac&Roses, that's how it came up with it. You know what I'm saying? And me and my business partner Vic, we sat down for, I think about it could have been like a whole week. Me and him going back and forth, man. Like going back and forth about the name change. And I was like, bro, it does not ring though. Like it's not like Charlie Rose, bro. Like it's so smooth. Like Charlie Rose is smooth, but then we started thinking, and I write all my video treatments out. I produce, I write, I do a lot of things, and it made sense because with Cognac&Roses, you think it's like a band. You think it's like a whole bunch of people together, and it's really just one person. But the way me and Vic look at it too is like Vic is the end, and Cognac&Roses, he's the person that's behind the scenes also. So I guess in this, if you really think about it, I guess we are a band, but it's like a 2-man band or whatever, and we just, creating everything together. So that's what it is. That's how you got Cognac&Roses.
That's fire. Like, I always thought with Cognac&Roses, I always thought like, yo, I thought it was the hard and the soft.
Yeah.
Because I base it out of your music. Your music is like an R&B bass, which I see you kind of took that as well, where it's a lot of hard beats. What you say is hard, but how you say it is kind of soft. So it's kind of like, it's like hitting a dude. It's like hitting a dude, but then dropping a flower on him while he's knocked out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you left that flower like some Daredevil shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's crazy.
and that's what I thought of your music. I'm like, I think that's how he came. All right, he got the hard and the soft in him, where you give it soft, but what you say is hard. Where the bass is hitting is hard. Like, so I thought that was awesome, dog. That's really dope. It kind of describes your craft. And with that being said, what inspired your music, the sound of the music? Where that came from?
I mean, I listen to a whole bunch of music, man, and I always like let me start this off by saying, like, I've been a producer. Like, I was producing, and I I've always been an artist that rapped and everything like that, and always wrote. So when I was actually in the seat of being a producer, I was creating a sound, and it was alternative. It was like atmospheric, very trippy, very out of this world type of thing, type of sound. And when I was creating it as a producer, I was questioning it the whole time. So you could see like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, I was making these crazy type of beats, and I would write a different style, but I didn't know how to taint it. I didn't know where that sound was coming from at the time. And then if you fast forward it, that's Cognac and Roses has been brewing. I just never knew it.
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Which is weird, because I just tried to like be like, yo, this is whack. Like, I just felt like as a human, we always don't accept stuff we don't understand. So I didn't understand what was going on at the time with me. Like, I was transforming and I was already evolving before I even knew it. But then I finally took a step back and I actually grasped it, and I kept on adding to it. So my sound is just it's a mix of things, man. Like I like EDM. I like pop records, like depending on the pop artist. Like I'm a huge fan of that. You can obviously see I'm a fan of hip hop. Like I came from the hip hop world, so I brought that into it too as well. But I feel like with each project, and I'm just evolving even more and more, and I feel like my songwriting capabilities are just getting better and better, and just the hooks, bridge placements and stuff like that it just makes it more catchy. Like everything that I've heard and I listened to, it just kind of built me as an artist, and I don't like to just stick to one sound. So I think that's what the dopest part about my music is,
Yeah. So I ain't gonna ask you who's your favorite rapper. If you got so many different sounds and different priorities of different music, do you have a favorite rapper? Would you, or a favorite rapper, favorite R&B singer? Because I feel like you have both sides of the
Damn, I would think my favorite rapper, if you just want, it's kind of hard to pinpoint like my favorite rapper, because to be honest with you, like I think it's about moods. Like I'm one of those dudes about vibes. So one day I might be like, yo, I'm rocking with this nigga this whole week.
Right.
I might rock, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I might go running, because I run a lot. You feel me? And I haven't run in a while, but I do run a lot outside, and I feel like it's about vibes and the moods and stuff like that. One of the artists that I did look up to for the longest is Jay-Z. So I gotta say respect to Jay-Z. I'm a big fan. He's somebody I grew up on, and that was for like his storytelling abilities and stuff like that. Like Reasonable Doubt, to me, one of my favorite albums of all time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I was actually in Brooklyn when he was, telling his story. I felt like I was on the park bench. I thought, I felt like I could be on the corner when he was hustling and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I thought it was pretty dope. So like R&B, sheesh, bruh. I gotta say Aaliyah. She's one of my favorites.
Tough, yeah. Rest in peace.
And I felt, rest in peace to her. And I feel like it was, like Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. I love that album. That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite albums. And I feel like she was still at that point in her life, she was still learning who she was.
Right.
And she was still trying to grasp. I know R. Kelly wrote some of the records for her, but she still had the performance. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the most important. And also, I got a lot, man. It's too many artists, but I know I got respect for Missy Elliott too, and a lot of people don't speak on her, which is a shame, because she's done so much for the hip hop community, plus more, even R&B.
Absolutely.
And even as a producer and a songwriter, because people forget she also produces and she works with Timbaland. So gotta say her off gate, man. And it's weird because those are two female artists, but as far as what you were saying, as far as like the soft sound, I guess you can say, as far as like the R&B side of me, it can get to the point of where I know how to word things right, so it actually attaches itself more with the female audience as far as like the female records, and I try to look at both viewpoints, as being a male in this industry, and also try to look at the needs of a female and what they really want from their men at the same time. You feel me? So
right.
Yeah.
That's fire. Okay, that's what it is. Yo, with that being said, though, we're going to go ahead and go into a commercial break, and we're going to play the first single off the EP, Cognac and Roses, Pull Up. Be right back.
Lately I'm dealing with lots fish. Fuck all this weight on my conscience. Mixing that drink up with dang. Pills for the chase, got me so nauseous. I know I should go ahead and pause this, but I ain't been thinking with logic. Fuck niggas come from my pockets. Get they shit blown up with rockets. I'm crashing in waves. Nowadays, I know a nigga should've been slowed down, but that ain't the case. I'm keeping that flame. I can't slip up when it goes down. I'm hotter than the stove now. Until a nigga pull up. I got what you want, ain't no front when I pull up. One lift for the trunk, better duck when I pull up. Ain't much to discuss, you can touch when I pull up. It's a 187 when a young nigga pull up. Don't be scared, don't be scared now. Don't be scared, don't be scared now. Don't fuck with my vibes. Don't shut down my function. I'm on trips with these highs. Gon' ride through the motions. Keep the Glock like some Trojans. Hoes want me, I'm focused. I'm sauce on some potion. A body I'm poking. I made this round in the ocean. I'm crashing in waves. Nowadays, I know a nigga should've been slowed down, but that ain't the case. I'm keeping that flame. I can't slip up when it goes down. I'm hotter than the stove now. Walking with a cold smile. Niggas talk all that shit when the phone dials. Until a nigga pull up. I got what you want, ain't no front when I pull up. One lift for the trunk, better duck when I pull up. Ain't much to discuss, you can touch when I pull up. It's a 187 when a young nigga pull up. Don't be scared, don't be scared now. 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 Don't be
Bomb has been defused.
Yo, that was pull up on the nick if you want to. Yo, that was the new, that was the first single off the Cognac and Roses EP that is out right now on any network, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all that. Go get it. If you want a hard copy, where do you go, Cognac?
Yeah, you can go to Cognac&Roses.com, or you can just go ahead and DM me, man. If you are in Central Florida, I could pull up with that joint. You feel me? Pull up
You,
with a shirt too.
you, you did, yo. I meant to get an autograph, man. I need to get it autographed, bruh. I need that. I
Dang,
need
yeah,
that.
man. I got you. I got you.
I need that. All right, bet. So with that being said, man, we want to speak more about this EP. Now
Okay.
you got this joint called Believe. There's a track called
Do you believe? Do
Believe.
you believe? Yeah.
Do you believe? Tell me about
Yeah.
it.
Do you believe is well, typically I don't like to write records about somebody that I'm with, you know what I'm saying? At least I haven't ever, and I just felt like ever since whenever I wrote a record about somebody, like I don't know if it was being jinxed or something, but then the relationship would fail, and then I'll be like mad as hell. I'll be like, man, I should have never wrote this record about you, man. Got me tight. But so do you believe it's about my girl, and she's always supported me, man. Like she supported me through everything, man. I remember one time, I believe it was either a Valentine's gift or a Christmas gift. She gave me she actually paid for one of my videos back in the day when I was like straight rapping. You know what I'm saying? She paid for one of my videos. There was another time when she paid for singing lessons for me, man, you know, because my style changed and everything. So I had to get my vocal lessons right.
Wow.
So she's always had my back, you know, and I really truly appreciate her for that. And sometimes I don't feel like she knows that I appreciate her, because sometimes just from all the stuff I've been through in life, I put up a wall, you know, and I try not to, but that's how my personality is, unfortunately. But I'm trying to get better on that. But she's always looked out for me, man. I'm talking about from helping me fold up my merchandise, and you know, she even helps me with location scouting whenever I'm looking for, you know, videos and stuff like that. And she kind of, you know, she meshes it well with the way that I do the video treatments and I write them out.
Yeah.
So she's always been there, man. Like even with me staying in the studio 3 or 4 in the morning, or you know, and I could be like when I was writing Cognac and Roses and recording, like the whole recording process, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I lived at Studio 18.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like I barely got to see my girl. I barely got to see my daughter. The only time I saw my daughter most of the time was when she was sleeping, you know?
Right.
And
Right.
that's just from me working a regular job, trying to support this music and trying to get it out there the right way. So Do You Believe is really about me just telling my girl that once I get on, because we don't do the ifs on my side. Like me and my team, we don't talk about if we get on. You got to speak it into existence. So
Absolutely.
we always say that, yo, when we get on, we gonna do this for our families. We're gonna do this, and we gonna make sure our legacy keeps on living, you know, and that everybody's good. So I'm really talking about the temptations of trying to remember where you come from, because I feel like a lot of people, once they get on, they forget where they come from, because they get gassed up in the head, or they let the money, you know, blind them for what they truly did it for, and they forget about the people that always loved them and supported them.
Absolutely.
So I always want to talk about that aspect of family and the people that cared for me. Like even last week when everybody came to the listening session, I'm talking about people that believe in me and support, you know, me as a independent artist. And to me, that's all love, and it's hard to find that type of organic love out of people nowadays, you know. And it's hard to find in somebody that you actually have a relationship with too. And I'm telling you, man, without the support of my girl and my daughter understanding, you know, I got to talk to her, because I know she misses me. You know how it is with you have children yourself, you have daughters, and you know how it is with daughters. They're really attached to their fathers.
Absolutely.
And it sucks sometimes when I can't see her, but I hope and pray, you know, that's why I have a lot of conversations with her and let her know that, look, I'm doing this for you. I just want you to understand that, and I don't want you to build like some type of grudge at me as a father for me not being there and me not being able to be there sometimes for you. And just know that, you know, it's vice versa. I support her, I love her, and the same with my girl. But yeah, man, without them, man, I'm telling you, man, the project would not. It might be coming out in 2019, man.
Yeah,
So
I dig it.
Yeah, they definitely helped out.
And I understand that completely, because now you about to get even busier when this project comes out. Everybody's gonna
Yeah.
know they're gonna start reaching out. They're gonna try to want shows. They want to do this. They want to do that, and
Hmm.
to especially when, like you said, I do have two little girls that are 6 and 9, and that's the question stage when they ask a
Yeah.
whole bunch of questions like why you ain't here, and your answer might not be the answer they looking for. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
you're right.
So it's just like you just got to continue on and just express the love, try to show the love as much as possible. And trust me, bro, when you in that zone, I understand completely. You don't want to get out because
Nah, man.
because it changes just like that. Especially as an artist, it changes just like that. You get in that zone, especially when you're in that studio, and then you write, you jot. I remember when I used to be an artist, I used to jot on napkins. Especially when
Yeah.
I think of something, you used to jot on napkins and stuff because you didn't want to lose it. That idea or that verse or that line that might set off the next bar and the next bar and the next bar. So
Yeah.
it's a beautiful feeling, man. It's an amazing feeling, man, and it's great to hear that you have a family that supports you throughout the process because I have the same thing, man, and it's a beautiful feeling to have family that's behind you, especially if it holds their dreams back to make sure yours go further. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's true. I feel like that's the most purest love you could think of, man.
Right.
Somebody that's willing to sacrifice their personal goals so you can go ahead and get yours. You feel me? But you
Right.
just gotta always make sure that you don't forget everything they did for you, and you help them achieve what they can once you get to that point in your life where you feel like you're successful and you can let them blossom also. You feel me?
Exactly. So you talked about earlier in the interview about your dad, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Which my condolences to you. With your dad committing suicide.
yeah.
Now, what effect something like that, such an effect like that, put into this album? What made you put your dad into this album?
I feel like it was just a like you can hear pain in the songs. Like I know you got auto tune, we have auto tune effect throughout all the records, but it's weird because even with those effects, you can still feel something. And I feel like sometimes when you hear certain artists with auto tune, is you don't really feel that pain effect. You don't, you know what I'm saying? Like you
Right, right,
don't
right.
have any. I don't know. Like you don't have a connection with them as far as like you can actually feel some pain. You can feel the aggression in what they're trying to say, and how they're trying to deliver it. So,
Correct.
when my dad did that, it was a week after my daughter turned 1, and I just saw him the week previously. So I think it left like whenever you're dealing with that type of situation, because a lot of people, the thing about suicide is a lot of people don't think it's going to hit their home
Right.
or their circle or their personal circle. And I always thought the same thing. I always used to think like, why would somebody do that? Why would this? Why would this? And that's going to leave you with a question of why this person did that.
Right.
So till this day, I still don't. I know he was going through a lot of stuff from his personal life, from what he grew up in, and he recently lost his mom, which was my grandma, probably a month or two previously, and they're very close. But it still left the question of why. Like, why would you leave Why would you leave me behind? Why would you leave your granddaughter behind that's new to this world that I envisioned them having a relationship when she got older,
Right.
even, up to the point of being in middle school, elementary, every phase in life that somebody has, I picture that between them two. And just having that situation happen to me and that constant question of why, because I still do ask that question, it transcribed throughout the whole project, especially I believe in like I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when I say I lost homies and I smoked the ease of pain type shit. Thanks. When I say that, I was talking about everybody I lost. I was talking about my father. I was talking about my older brother. I was talking about my mom.
Right.
And I think it gave me more of a viewpoint, or like a POV of appreciation with life, and you really can't take for granted what you have or what you're trying to do in life, because even though he committed suicide, you could pass. At any given second, you could pass, and it's all about decisions. Because I don't know what he was thinking in that time when he decided to do that, and I feel like it's all about life is really about decisions, and people gotta make sure they make the best of the decisions and actually think through each process of what they're trying to do. And I think that's from the situation of that, to be honest, I feel like that's why everything that we've been doing thus far with my team and myself has been so planned out. He was in the Marines for 28 years and he was very organized. So I try to run my business the same way, keep it organized, something well thought out, something tactical, something very guerrilla style marketing, and I feel like that's where he really, touched base in the project from the audio standpoint to also the way we market, the way we market our brand.
Got you. Now, talk a little bit about your mom. I know you were just saying that your mom passed as well. What was her passing about? How did she pass?
She passed from liver cancer. Me and my mom never really had a relationship like that. Like I was always kicked out of the house, homeless. Since 15, and the last time I really saw my mom was when my daughter was born, which was years ago. And before that, we didn't really have no communication like that. We didn't talk on the phone or anything. So I was actually working an overnight gig, and I got the phone call. This was close to New Year's of 2016, and it was rolling into 2017 at the time. So I actually drove. I spent my New Year's driving back home to go talk to my moms, and spend some time with her. I didn't know how serious it was until my sister called me, and she said, "Yo, you need to pull up over here, like, for real, because it's not looking too good." And when I walked into the house, man, this was a house I grew up in, like, when I was in high school, and I seen her. Like, I remember seeing my mom, and she looked completely different, man, and she was thin out, from all the chemotherapy and everything like that. And like, we hugged each other for a minute. I still remember to this day. Like, as soon as I opened that door, I walked over there to the den where she was sitting in the couch with other people surrounding her. I hugged her, man. We both held each other for probably about. It felt like forever. To be honest with you, bro, It felt like forever, and I felt like that taught me too that you can't have grudges with people, man. It's either you're gonna forgive them. Okay, thank you. You either gonna forgive them and just keep on doing what you do, and you gotta make sure you have some type of love in your heart, man. That hate, like having hate in your heart, it just makes things worse, And then I don't feel like you can really progress in life with having that type of hatred in your heart. So we went from not really having a relationship to me staying up with her till like 3 a.m, man, and we used to talk, and I had a feeling of. She stayed up late because she was afraid of going to sleep too. I felt like, if she fell asleep, then she felt like she wouldn't wake up, because it got to the point she was already at stage 4 cancer, and she just kept saying that she's probably one of the. Speaking of that, just seeing that, I'm gonna be honest, man. I see that's where I get a lot of my strength from, and my hard-headedness too, man. Like, I get a lot of that stuff from her. Right. So. That's like her aggression and the way she was fighting the cancer. Because to me, even though she passed away, I still felt like she beat it in a weird sense. I feel like because she didn't let it just take her out. She kept saying that I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna survive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even when the doctor gave her the results and they told her that, look, you're no longer. We can't do anything for you. We can't treat it because it's gotten so aggressive in your liver and it's starting to spread, and this and this and this. They give you the whole breakdown of what's going on. Right. Look, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was bawling up in there, man. I was trying to hold composure and keep the tears back. She was the one sitting on the the table that you sit in when they bring you in, and she didn't not budge, man. Kept her head up, kept it, and kept holding on to that strength. And I remember the night before, I was like, look, when you go in there tomorrow, just keep your head up. And no matter what, man, no matter what they tell you, you beat it. And you're going to continue to keep beating it. And I remember she did the same thing, man. She everything I told her to do, man, she was doing that. That's and funny. It's just crazy, man, because 2 weeks to build a relationship with somebody when you never really known them. Like she never really known me in my adulthood and stuff like that. It's crazy, man. It was a really crazy experience, and I felt like we created a bond that we needed to, man. And I was there for her when she needed me the most, you know.
Yeah, and then it makes all the missing time just go away. It's like
Yeah,
those 2 weeks made it more like you've been there the whole time.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
most
saying?
definitely, man. It was crazy. It was really crazy.
I'm just glad that you had your time with your mom, man. Especially uh, like one thing on being a son. On top of that, your mother is your like your everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
yeah, most definitely.
you got your dad. Your dad is supposed to be the one that teaches you how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be the tough guy. Punch you in your chest. Yo, stop. It's all right. Don't cry. Toughen up. Like that's your dad. You feel what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
how your dad's supposed to be. But when it comes down to your mom is the delicate one. She's a delicate flower.
yeah,
You want to protect her. You want to hold her. You want to cherish her. And one thing about like with my mom, like my mom used to get me. This is how her way of getting me. You know how as a young man you try to make decisions, grown adult decisions when you only 16, 17 years old. You trying to
yeah,
make grown man decisions. I'm about to get this. And all your mom has to do is say, go ahead, get it. Go ahead. And that makes you change your mind just like that, bro. Just
yeah,
like that. Because she just has that power over you. You feel what I'm saying? So it's nothing better to have that closure with your mom more than anything, bro. Like for real. Like
yeah,
your dad is your everything as well. Like no matter what, they both even, but it's just different. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's just different. It's a great feeling, man. So with now we talking about the EP. What makes
hmm
it different from the other projects that you had?
Um, I feel like I wasn't trying to cater to people on this project.
Mm,
Like, what I could notice from everything that I did was it was very therapeutic, and it's something I had to do. It was something that helped me push through my mom's loss. It helped me push through, all the losses I have dealt with, and also it helped me push through like all the positive stuff too, like all the positive stuff I had, like being a father, being able to take care of my family, stuff like that. It made me reflect on where I came from and also where I'm at this present state. So with respect your growth, it was more still growing. I was still growing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And with this project, I was already at a point of knowing where I was, and I was more confident, even though it was more experimental. Because, like I said at the listening party, I wrote "Pull Up" when I was taking care of my mom, and I wasn't even sure of it. I wasn't sure of how people perceived it, but I still kept pushing forward, and then the results were amazing. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And it was good, man. I appreciate both projects. I feel like respect your growth. I was still trying to have this certain style, and I was still rapping. I was rapping way more on that project because with this project, it's more about melodies and it's more about a certain vibe.
Right.
And it got me to this point, and I still appreciate it. So, but with this project, I just feel like it has a bounce. It has catchier hooks. It has, like
Yeah, yeah,
everything's
yeah.
just more catchier, man. And I feel like I just took my time and the writing process was way quicker with this project. I just really, I got litty and I got in the zone by myself, and it's fucking amazing, man. It was an amazing result.
Bet. And with that note, we're gonna go ahead and get into another commercial break. This is the second single off the Cognac and Roses EP. EP is Cross the Line. So we'll be right back.
got it on my yeah. Keep that fake shit from around here. You'll be 6 feet if you're downhill. I swear, prepare. Yeah, when you choose to cross that line, look, I'm cruising the whole town. I'm in my zone now. I'm smoking the whole pound. I'm shrilling, I'm sauced down. You think that I'm blood? Check the profile. She texting Poppy location. You can't copy flush from the way, bitch. Keep that good hush in rotation. Damn, I may crash when I chase it. I got greatness on my mind, yeah. Keep that fake shit from around here. You'll be 6 feet if you're downhill. I swear, prepare for when you choose to cross that line.
Yeah. That was Cross the Line off of that new EP, Cognac and Roses, self-titled. Well, we are back, and we're going to speak more about this EP, man. Yo, tell me about your team, man. I heard Vic. Who else is on the squad?
Sure, man. Well, we have Vic. He's the person I sit down with, a lot, and we text about our ideas, and we come up with everything that we need to do with the process. He's the man behind Cognac and Roses. Like I said before, he says he's the and Cognac and Roses. So he helps me with the execution. Like, we put up everything on the wall, like literally we got calendars on the wall, man.
Right.
Like, and we come up with what we got to do to so everybody can see it. That's the marketing. And then I got my mixing engineer, Iggy. He's also a producer. Then I got Kenny. He works on the vocal work. He works on the effects, and he's also a producer too. They're both dope, man, and they're amazing. And then the team would be my girl, like I said, that helps me find the locations. And after I do treatments, and she's the one that tells me, like, nah, you should wear this. So I guess technically she could be a stylist in a sense too,
Nice.
And that's really my team, man. That's really my team. I mean, first and foremost is mainly Vic too. I mean, like I said, man, he's amazing, man. He just told me straight up, look, you create the music, you create the art, and you let me push that. That's my job, and so far, man, he's just been executing, and he's been doing an amazing job. Shout out to him, and taking his time and away from what he got in his life, his personal goals too. Also, like I said, man, that's real love. We've been rocking together for a long time, man.
Right.
For a long time. When I tell you we're rocking together for a long time, we've been rocking together for a long time. And he's amazing, man. And I gotta say I appreciate everything that he does for me, man.
Dope. See, and it's hard to find a squad that believe in your passion. Because it's very easy to be, passionate about something, but I don't care what anybody say. You can't do it by yourself.
You can, bro.
Period.
I tried. It ain't moved.
You can't, bro. You can't be the promoter. You can't be the producer. You can't be the engineer. You can't be the artist all at the same damn time. You can't. You need a team behind you. You need people to believe in your dream as well, which means they need to sacrifice possibly what they truly want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because for them to stride down this tunnel with you, you feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
For you to be, they allow you to go ahead and take the lead. Yo, go ahead, take the lead. But I'm going to do this for you, and you going to do this and do this, woo, 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 and they rock with it. And it's hard. It's hard to find a team that's humble enough to do that for you, bro.
And it's also hard to have the same people that have the same vision as you too.
Exactly.
Sometimes people that I've worked with in the past, they want to go ahead and take these shortcuts, and you can notice it in the results. Like, we're looking like we're signed. It looks like we actually on like an independent label, which we are, which is it's our label, or it looks like we're on a major label. The way that we curate things, and even with the presentation that we had at the listening party, man, and the limited edition boxes that we have with the Hennessy and the USB and they'll just coming up with these ideas. And I just feel like what's awesome about what me and him come up with and what me and my team. Oh, shout out to Joel too, because I gotta shout out to Joel. He's the video director and he's amazing, man. He just snaps with the visuals. But like I was saying, when you have somebody that you sit down with and they're not trying to make shortcuts and they're not trying to showcase what you can do as something that's kind of mediocre, because I see a lot of mediocre shit, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to throw shade at nobody, but I'm just saying
that's facts.
Mediocre shit.
That's
you
facts.
know what I'm saying? And I'm just keeping it 100. And when you have somebody just like, look, nah, we're not gonna go that route because other people do it that way.
Right.
When you have somebody that's trying to go against the grain instead of trying to go in the current in the river like everybody else is going, I feel like that's when you know you got something special. You know, like, and that's amazing, man. I thank God, and I thank my family and the support system that I have that we got it like that. You know,
that's dope, man. That's dope. So now with the EP being out, it's released. Everybody, bumping it. Everybody's popping Henny, bro. I'm about to give me a Henny bottle now that I ain't gonna lie, guys. The listening party was the first time me drinking Henny. See, one thing about me, bro, is like if I find something, I stick with it. I don't go no other direction. I stick with what I know. If I like it, if I enjoy it, I keep it. You know what I'm saying? Unless it goes out of order, I no longer can find it. I had to go on the website just to order the shit. Like
you might have to get some. You might have to get some a stockpile of Henny because there's a drought right now, bro. The grape that is one of the main ingredients in Henny is it's not being produced where it's from.
Oh man!
So there's kind of a drought. So you better stock up, man. You might have to get a couple of those gallon of Henny bottles like we had last night.
Yo, I'm gonna get me one. I'm dead serious. I'm gonna get me one this weekend, bro. Like, fact, I'm gonna get me one probably Saturday, yo, because. Yo, it was good, man. First time having it. I had it with Red Bull. That junk was a sneaker upper, bro. I was like,
yes, sir.
Yo, I was talking. Everything was all good. All of a sudden, I'm starting slurring a little bit, bro. I started spitting a little bit because, I got
my dude sound like Rocky.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Yo, it was crazy. Rest in peace to Sylvester Stallone, too. I ain't mean to.
For real. R.I.P. home.
But... Bro, it was a very enjoyable party, man. You did such a great gathering, bro.
Thank you, man.
The music was fantastic as always. I remember the process of listening. I ain't gonna tell too much, but listening over your phone, kind of like just hearing the difference between each track, the sound. Mm-hmm. You can't hear but so much from my iPhone, but it sounds fantastic. But that time when in the studio, it took it another level. It was great to hear. It was very loving, positive atmosphere too. Everybody was networking. The promoters, they had promoters in there. They had graphic designers in there. They had quite a bit of few people out there that's really was networking heavy. So it was great to see that. It was truly great to see that. But now that the EP is out, bro. It's out. What's next? Woo! What's next for?
This is the hard work time, right? Like we did the hard work before already with getting the audio out and getting the visuals out. But now we got to make sure the world can see it. So that's the hard part. This is the part when you get headaches, when you even more sleepless nights come in.
Right.
And it's fun though. I ain't gonna lie, it's fun because now you're trying to figure out what you're gonna do. I know right now we just did some things. We made some maneuvers, and we're gonna have this big show. I can't release the name of the show, and I can't release the artist because some of the artists are signed, so I have to keep it hush hush. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
it's gonna be dope as fuck. So I'm just happy for that. Right now it's just really about trying to get it out there. I feel like I need to touch base at home first, which is Orlando, which is the Central Florida area, and Miami, and just spread out through Florida and get the brand out there. And from there, hopefully the world. But we got a whole lot of work to do. I'm talking about as far as getting the merchandise out, as far as getting the tracks and vibing with everybody. And the thing about our campaign and what we do, we don't push it out there as a brand. You know, and you can even see it as from my IG posts and the way I talk and the way I present myself, even, you know, here with Straight Talk Radio. We try to bring everybody together, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm very humble, and, you know, I'm one of those people that if you fuck with my music, even if you DM me, I'm going to have a conversation with you. And I'm going to pull up. If you fuck with me, I'll pull up to where you at. And we chill, you know, we can have some Henny. And I feel like just me being that type of way is, you know, I've learned, you know, from Gary Vee and stuff like that. We fuck with Gary Vee heavy on my side. And the biggest thing that he says is, you know, you put it out there and you let people experience the journey with you. Amen. So that's how we are, you know. That's why at the listening party, you know, I was telling a story and I was letting everybody just vibe with me, because that's important. Like, I'm very big on vibes, like I said, and I'm very big on moods and everything. So it's just more about just channeling in with everybody that's around me. And, you know, either you're in my circle or even if you're just reaching out for whatever you're trying to reach out for, I'm big on that. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to, you know, do big shows. We're trying to do books. We're trying to do short films eventually down the line. And I feel like that's what's going to really put Cognac&Roses out there on the forefront for everybody to see what I'm doing and what my team and I are doing, you know?
That's fire. That's fire. I'm just glad to hear, bro, that the grind and the hustle ain't slowing down for you. Like, nah, man. I know a lot of times people, like, when the project comes out, there you go. Now I could kick back and relax, chill, let people just go ahead and take it in. And that's when it's like, okay, you did all that work, and now that you here, you think you at the finish line. Well, really, you just getting started.
You really, you basically back at square one once the project comes out.
Exactly.
People forget that, like, you might as well erase all the little previous marketing you did, and now you're back at literally at square one to get back into the race, you know. Yes. And I feel like it's just like when you see the race cars and when you see NASCAR or whatever, when you see them going around the track, it's like that's what you're doing. You running around the track, and then when you got to fuel up, that's when your album came out.
Yeah.
Like when you fuel up and they switch all your tires out and all that stuff, that's when your album dropped. And then you got to hit back, go back out there and hit the track.
That's a dope way of saying it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like you just got to repeat real choom, gone, bruh. And then my thing about it too, you can't go the short route. Like we talked about the shortcut. We were talking about the shortcut, but we can't go the short route either. I think a lot of people get caught up with this SoundCloud shit. Like they put their music on SoundCloud, and there you go, or they present your CD with in a CD case. Like, bro, that's not gonna get you anywhere. I always plead to other artists, because I'm not gonna say no names, but there's other artists out there that really think that's, as long as the project is on something, that is something. No. Yeah. Because you don't holler at a girl because of her personality. You go holler at a girl because she's cute. She's pretty. She got a nice butt. She got thick thighs. She got beautiful lips.
It's all about the presentation first.
Exactly. It's about the presentation. And I think a lot of people get caught up that just because it's easy to put your music online doesn't make it that it's the right way to do it either.
Nah, I mean, shout out to all the artists that did blow up off of that particular platform. And but the way that it's so saturated with so many different artists, like it's kind of hard to stand out from all these different artists. And now, you know, you got to notice too. I mean, sometimes it's the way the marketing is with it. A lot of these artists pay for plays, and a lot of these artists play. You know, they pay for likes. So it's kind of, and you can see it. You're gonna be able to gauge in between who's really doing that and who's not, and you can see just from their fan base and the platform that they're actually building up their brand from. You can kind of see, like, you can pinpoint who's doing what and who's doing, you know, who's not doing what. And it's still an amazing platform, but people got to remember there's more than SoundCloud, you know, and then you got all these social medias that you got to get familiar with. And you actually, at the end of the day, it's still in that mentality of you pushing your stuff out your trunk. So if you're looking at social media and the way it is, that's your car. And then your trunk is when you start networking with, you know, all these people, these different personalities online and stuff like that. Right. So people got to remember, you still got to put your foot forward and you still got to talk to people.
Exactly.
A lot of people just put the music out. They don't have any type of interaction with the people that fuck with them, you know. And I feel like that's where a lot of artists fuck up, because they can't go from the route of feeling like they're this big. Okay, a lot of people go from the route of feeling like they're the big time artist already. Right. Like, yo, I'm already popping just because I got 1,000 plays, bro. They got, you know, my Spotify playlist is crazy, you know, right, and then people hitting you up. You can't stop at that point, because you got to strike when the iron's hot. That's the saying, right? Right. So you got to keep on doing the same. You got to keep on applying pressure in every aspect, you know, that you can. And that's what it is.
Exactly. And not to knock SoundCloud too. Like, don't.
Nah. I don't want nobody being like, oh, you're dissing SoundCloud.
Yeah. Not to diss SoundCloud, period. Like, they gave a platform where it makes it easy for artists to put their music out there to showcase to their family, friends, as well as people that maybe never heard them before. You know, they give that. And shout out for that. But I feel like certain artists are short-minded. They go after the shortcut. They go after this and think that it's supposed to happen overnight. Sometimes it does. I can't knock it. Sometimes it does. It pops off.
It only takes that one share sometimes, man. But I get what you're saying as far as the shortcut route. Like, we didn't do that with this project. Like, you could tell, like, it was mastered by, you know, Sterling Sound. Shout out to them. And, you know, the person in particular that we did ours with, he mastered Baby Driver, the soundtrack. Dope. He did Drake Stank Me Later, you know what I'm saying? Dope. So, like, Sterling Sound, they really brought out the acoustics and the atmospheric vibe and the bass line in this project. So we didn't take that shortcut route of what some artists do. And sometimes it's just because it's cost. Like, I can understand. You can play devil's advocate and look at this kid growing up that might still live at home with their parents, or the person that has that family where they don't have that extra bread to spend on a Sterling Sound or a Studio 18. So some people try to do it that way, and there's nothing wrong with it, because at the end of the day, you're still trying to be heard and you're still trying to push yourself. I think the point that we're trying to get at too is that you have to have a plan behind what you're doing. You need to have some type of strategy about what you're doing. You gotta have a plan after you drop this. What are you going to be doing? You know, and it's sad to say that a lot of missed talent, or a lot of dope talent in that matter, they forget that, and then they get slept on, and then they get mad at the world because they slept on. But it all goes back to the strategy.
Exactly. You know? Exactly. So with that being said, man, we're gonna go ahead and go into a commercial break. We're going to play the third single off the EP, Cognac&Roses, which is out right now. Go to your Spotify. Right now. Go to your Spotify, anywhere. Follow this man, goddammit. I want to see more follows, goddang it. Real talk, man. Do not sleep. And I hate to say local artists, because that shit is corny to me. Like, real talk. It's independent artists, bro. These are independent artists that are coming out their pockets to make major moves, that are making major moves. All right? So stop saying local artists, bro, because it makes it so short and so boxed in. This guy is worldwide. You could spread it anywhere, bro. Europe could play him right now. Check out Europe. Europe. Go to Spotify. Check out Cognac&Roses. Search him up right there on that damn thing. Go ahead and follow him. Then play his album or EP. I keep saying album. EP. All right? Cognac&Roses, self-titled. You heard? So we're going to play I Don't. Third single off the Cognac&Roses. We'll be right back.
done been in drama, I done seen some things, I done lost some partners, I smoked the ether pain, riding my Impala, oh yeah, it's hot in Florida. Summer do that coca, all that crystal clear is water. Oh, I'm fucking on your campus, boom. You gon' have to slam this tune, like I was finna vanish soon. Oh yeah, I make a panties move. Why you really think that I adore you? But I don't. Yeah, you really think this is for you? But I don't. You say I am the one you bring the war to. Like I don't. I know you sitting point in the courtroom, but I don't. It's so unfortunate. You say that I'm moving too fast. My steering won't last in these hills. We smoke, we pill, we live for a blast. I'm lost in the moment, forever dripping in gold. You saw I lost emotions, and that I live with a soul. But I done seen some walls, and I done seen some haters too. Bitches never take me with my lows, but love when paper's through. I'm about to lose control. I don't think it's really safe for you. I don't gotta drink or smoke to tell you what I think of you. I'm shitting on this globe. Every day this G straight pollutes. Fuck game, we spray and shoot. Don't let this game disable you. Oh nah, I guess we rise then we sing. I adore you, but I don't. Yeah, you really think this is for you, but I don't. You say I am the one you bring the war to. Like I don't. I know you sitting point in the courtroom, but I don't. It's so unfortunate. You say that I'm moving too fast. My steering won't last in these hills. We smoke, we pill, we live for a blast. I'm lost in the moment, forever dripping in gold. You saw I lost emotions, and that I live with a soul, but I don't.
What, 250 or 300. Now, how many times are you gonna hit the dude up? You just paid for a camera.
Exactly.
You know?
Yo, we are back. This is Stay to the Point Radio on WFBS 98.1. Shout out to Duel too, man. That's our partner in crime. Duel, they got a lot of things going on, from comic book podcasting to sci-fi podcasting. They got a lot of things, man. Go ahead and check out Duel, DEWOH.com. Go check them out. Shout out to JSNLonline.com as well for your latest fashion, clothes. I got the watch on right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm styling on these niggas. What's up? Hi. And we got the female tights out right now, bro. So for the women that getting their fitness on, especially the summertime, you know, you trying to get your fitness on, go check out JSNLonline.com. JSNLonline.com for your tights. You know, it fits kind of small. So get the, you know, if you're a medium, get a small. If you're, a large, get a medium. I'm just letting y'all know. All right. So we back with Cognac&Roses EP out right now. Right now, go get it. If you're not getting a hard copy, go stream it. But get a hard copy anyways. Get both of them, all right? Go listen to it. Get the hard copy. I ain't playing, man. Cognac&Roses.com. Go check that out ASAP. All right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what you got any shout outs before we leave, Cognac?
Man, I just want to go ahead and shout out everybody that came out to the listening party. I have to shout out everybody that supports me and that hits me up and says they like the music, and and everybody that's been sharing Cross the Line video on Facebook, man. We had right now we over 100K right now on Facebook.
Nice.
So that's amazing. I gotta say shout out to Vic, shout out to Studio 18, shout out to Iggy, Kenny, Joel. Shout out to everybody that's in Team Rose right now. For those that don't know, if you're a part of Team Rose, then you get exclusive content from me. You get stuff that we don't release, and it's pretty dope. And then you get artwork we don't, anything that we don't release, you receive it in an email. And I just gotta say, man, I'm grateful for everything that's going on right now, man. And right now it's grind. It's even more grind time right now. So I appreciate Straight Talk Radio. I appreciate you for hitting me up for this interview, man. And it's a cool experience, man. I appreciate you.
No doubt, man. It's Straight to the Point Radio, but it's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn.
I was like, God damn, who is State? All right, but it's all good. Straight to the Point Radio.
Straight to the point,
Straight
man. I'm
to the
sorry about that. Straight to the point.
You go check us out. And by the way, to all the artists we were just talking about, bro, with this shortcut stuff that's going on with other artists out there, if y'all want to get your music played worldwide, go hit me up on Stay to the Point Radio at gmail.com. Drop your music in there, man. Like real talk. With a short bio, I'm for free. I'm willing to go ahead and play your music out there. Worldwide. That's my main thing. You gotta spread your music as much as possible,
Yes,
Real talk. And shout out to Cognac&Roses for doing this interview. Finally, I've been asking this for a minute. His schedule been crazy. My schedule been crazy. So we finally got it done at the exact moment. We were right at the finish line. I got it right when the album came out, which was perfect. It's God willing, bro. This is how it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. It's a time and a place for everything, and the universe finally aligned itself, man. So
Amen.
excited.
So again, Cognac&Roses, thank you, my brother. Thank you for Team Rose for inviting me out there at last Friday at the listening party. I had such a blast, bro. I drunk Henny for the first time. I was right. You know what I'm saying? I did not drink and drive though. I made sure I was good before I drove. All right, so I wasn't
that's
messed
the most
up.
important part.
I'm responsible here, all right? I got kids and wife at home, so trust me, I'm responsible. I ain't that guy. I ain't Odell with the cocaine on the bed. I'm just saying. Shots fired. Bang, bang. Woo. So, shout out to everybody, man. I love y'all guys, man. And to the next, let me know, bro, on the next show, bro. I want to definitely be there and support, my brother.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely, man.
Yeah.
Likewise, man. You already know the support from my team and from myself too, man. We're gonna keep on representing each other and keep supporting, man.
Amen. Amen. So with that being said, like we always say at the end of the show, God over everything. Peace.
God over everything, man.